Aquarius, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early August 2026. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we can dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Aquarius collective. I hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guide, spirit team, talk to me. What do we have for the beautiful Aquarius collective here in early August? It is Leo season at the time of this filming. What energies, messages, insights can we take a little peek at? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. So let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Aquarius in early August. What's the vibe? What's the energy? Let's get this card out nice and quick. We're going to have some fun today, my friends. There we go. Cool. So very introspective, this card, and I haven't seen it in a while, which is cool, unique, and does give me a little shades of the Hierophant card for some reason. It is introspective and internal looking, which again, I'm not sure whatever every Aquarius has going on. There's also a little mystery involved with this. Before we fully dive into it, though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the August subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, back into the reading. Let's talk more in depth about this card. So as you can see, we have this individual here that is blindfolded, hoodwinked, and seems to be searching through all these different emblems of spirituality. So again, with the blindfold, obviously that's a symbolism that can represent the unknown, the unseen. But to me, it's like this person's energy is facing inward. When we think of spirituality, we're not thinking outer, we're thinking in. And a lot of these different schools of spirituality do tell you that your connection to spirit does come from within. Now, that could be spiritual in nature, right? Like with all these different things, spiritual journey, all that good stuff, which obviously I'm a big believer in that type of journey. I think it's important for most people. But at the same time, there's just this hanging mystery for some reason, especially with the blindfold. I'm searching for answers. I have questions. So on the downside of this card, it's that energy where it feels like I'm searching, but I'm not getting answers to what I'm looking for. So watch out for lingering questions and stuff like that. So I love the introspective, inward facing energy for sure. But as long as it doesn't stay like that, I don't know what this mystery is. We're going to let him keep taking his journey. Let's get into tarot. And yeah, I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it up one time here for Aquarius. What do we got in early August? And while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. So this quiet introspective energy that we started off this week was definitely not what I was picking up last week. The reading was titled A Wild Warning. Now, for some of you, that reading felt fun. Like it was having a good time. It was letting loose and enjoying itself. But for others, it just felt wild to me. So again, that energy could bleed over for a couple weeks. So watch the impulses, impulse control, or just things that felt very fiery and unpredictable. So not as quiet as what we have going on here. So we're going to see what shows up this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else, right? Let's get it going. 3 cards for Aquarius. What do we have in early August? What's happening for my good friends? There we go. Cool. Yeah, the fiery energy is just all in the mix here. So we start off, these 2 cards came out together. We have the Knight of Wands in position number 1, so starting with a bang, which again, fire could be good, especially for Aquarius. Your energy usually blends very well with fire. And we have the 5 of Wands right next to it. So the energy seems amped up. Maybe it's not you, maybe it's somebody else, but this energy is amped up. Let's get one more, because it could be great. It actually could be great for some of you. Okay. And then 2 more cards pop out. So we have the Wheel of Fortune in position number 3. That's a good sign. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So I'll take that. And then we have one of your power cards right here for the bonus on the back end. We have the beautiful Queen of Swords. So the fire air combination is hot and heavy. It's prominent. Let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into that juicy intuitive stuff. But at first look, first glance, you know me, I always got to look at the elements. Been speaking about the elements here and there already, and it's important because it frames the reading, it tells us how comfortable you might be with it, and the foundation of the energy. And we are absolutely fire prominent. Now, as I mentioned, that's good for an Aquarius reading, right? We got fire, fire. That's just major arcana. Then we have air. This all flows with your energy here, so that's a great thing. But it does have that propensity to like flame up or just like get wild out of nowhere. So when it comes to fire, that's the realm of action. It's the actions you take, the actions other people take, the actions you want to take. It's high vibrational frequency. It could deal with energy levels, and usually it's operating at an incline, right? It's going up. Now, sometimes it could be going down. Fire also deals with vitality, health, and wellness. So, are you feeling good? Are you feeling like you're improving? Or are you feeling like you're going down a little bit? Both can be the case. But self love, self care is super important when there's a lot of fire and pacing yourself. The only downside to the fire is that it is so hard to contain, right? It could be explosive. There's volatility to it that we want to look at further. The Wheel of Fortune is just major arcana, very powerful major themes. Multiple elements are involved with it, so we're not going to break that down too much. And then the Queen of Swords, your power elements. Now, everyone knows Aquarius, although you are the water bearer, you're technically an air sign. But air, logical, pragmatic, smart, intelligent. It's about perception, perceiving things, information, whether I'm giving it, receiving it, or searching for it. The downside is that it can be a little too much in its head, but when you mix the fire and air together, it just intensifies it. It's like all this energy feeds off of each other. So, like, there is an intensity here that I've been picking up since last week, obviously. Let's go through and start building this out piece by piece. Position number one, we start with a bang. We have the Knight of Wands. Now, if you're connected to a fire sign, this is one of the fire sign cards, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Knights to me are communicators, so they're messengers, but they also represent action. So the Knight of Wands himself is double the action, double the speed, right? Because not only is he an action card, he's from the action suit, and he's going towards something like a rocket. Now, as far as personality traits go, the Knight of Wands could be like the life of the party, very social, very magnetic. So that could be good. It's good for having a nice time. It's good for having fun. I like the Knight of Wands for that. The downside is, can you guess it? It's the volatile nature, where it could be very unpredictable. It could do things that you're not expecting it to do. So we want to keep a close eye on this Knight of Wands, that's for sure. Whether it's words or action, we're going to have to see what's up. Now, moving to the middle, we have the Five of Wands, which doesn't seem to calm the energy down much at all. If anything, it feeds the fire. Uh, it's one of the cards you don't have to be an expert to understand it. You know, there's a few cards I say this about, and the Five of Wands is one of them. Five people beating the crap out of each other with sticks. Okay. Now, the good aspect of this card is that it represents determination. No matter what, I keep pushing forward. No matter what, I'm going to keep this moving. Right? Nothing's going to stop me. Nothing's going to hold me down. Whether it's one problem, two problems, 100 problems, I move forward. So I love the determination of this card quite a bit. But it can also represent one thing after another, after another. It could represent actual conflict. It could represent aggression. It could represent an energy that's forcing something, strong arming it. So we do want to keep a close eye on this for sure. It's just super intense. And all the energy so far is super intense. So maybe it'll calm down a little when we clarify it. But watch your internal energy. You might need to do a lot of physical activity with this much fire. Like if you're feeling anxious or whatever, like this energy is like you need to move the body. Now, moving to the back end, we got the Wheel of Fortune. Love it. To me, it's the four-leaf clover of the tarot deck. Beautiful. It's like Jupiter energy to me. It's expansive. So I love this. It's always a good sign. It's like a guardian angel, luck being on your side. So sometimes this card will show up when you're about to catch a lucky break or a lucky twist or a twist of fate. I like this card for that. Now, the downside is the speed at which it moves, right? Because even in reverse, I like the Wheel of Fortune. Sure, it's cyclical. It could represent cycles, change, metamorphosis, all that good stuff. It is also a karmic card, and it is very spiritual. But the wheel is sudden. It's super quick. It's not like the World card. They're similar, but this one just and moves quick. It's very sudden, very unexpected. So with all this energetic intensity, this is not slowing things down either. And then even for your bonus, the Queen of Swords, yeah, she's not slowing things down either. Like if anything, she's just feeding this fire. which again, for some of you could be great. If you're having a good time, awesome. Like this energy is like living it up, that's for sure. But the Queen of Swords is very no nonsense, right? Like she feeds the flame, but in a different type of way. She's not turning the flame down whatsoever. I like the Queen of Swords for her honesty. I like her no BS, no nonsense, smart, intelligent approach. She's a beautiful card for that. But sometimes this queen can be a little too cold, a little too cut and dry, and just, this energy can absolutely cut things off quick. So it's interesting to me. Look, she has her back to it, but at the same time, I feel like she could amplify it. I want to dive deeper on all this, Aquarius. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here. And yeah, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on Mr. Knight of Wands. And yeah, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Aquarius, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, Knight of Wands. What do we got? Okay. This is like pedal to the metal type of energy. So I have the 10 of Wands in reverse. Now, for some of you, this can be fantastic, right? Like the 10 of Wands is usually like very burdened, very tired, very sleepy, just drained type of energy when it's in the upright. It's in the reverse here. So when I see it, it's like it's like zipping and zooming, and it's just pedal to the metal, go, 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 go. So sometimes this alignment can show up when you're a little bit busy, when you got a lot of stuff and you're doing this and you're doing that and you're trying to keep yourself busy. So just watch that you're not burning the candle from both ends. Don't overextend yourself if possible. Um, but if he was in the upright, I'd be a little more concerned, because then it would feel like a struggle. When it's in reverse underneath this Knight of Wands, it's like there's no thinking. I'm just doing this. I do feel overall the intensity does make me want to say that this overall on the front end feels a bit like a warning, because the energy is just so intense. So whether you need an outlet for, maybe this could even be someone else where they're just a live wire, they're very unpredictable, you don't know what you're going to get. Because like this 10 wands, I mean, in the best way possible, if you've been feeling down, if there's something you've been dealing with where you've been feeling a little low lately, this is a good sign, because it's an uptick, but it just happens so quick. There is a warning here about the explosive energy. We're going to keep going. So again, for some of you, this is good. This is like a bounce back. This is an uptick of energy. But for others, it's just like all gas, no brakes. Let's keep going. Let's see what's up with the Five of Wands. I'm not sure if something's got you amped up, or if someone you're connected to is all amped up. Because fire could be great, but fire can be very, very temperamental. Let's see what's up with the Five of Wands. Okay, Six of Cups. Okay. This isn't so soft and cuddly. This is not so soft and cuddly. So there could be a thing, a situation, or something where it's like I'm lacking patience here, or someone else is feeling that way. Now, the Six of Cups can absolutely represent when something pops back up or returns. Okay. Normally, I say it is softer, but for some reason, with all this fire, the fire just like overpowers the Six of Cups for some reason. But in reverse, it is an energy that loops back or returns. So I would say in this time, watch out for unfinished business. Watch out for things or situations where it feels like, all right, you know what? That's not over until it's over, which again, that could be great. But this could also be like an explosive return where just something pops back in full go, where it's like, whoa, all right, like it goes from 0 to 100. So whether it's a situation, whether it's a thought process, whether it's a person, whether it's something you've been through similarly, like this energy just comes back in hot. So just keep that in mind. It doesn't feel very soft and cuddly either. So I'm not saying it's going to be a bad thing, like a fight or something, but it just feels like an explosive return. So we're fitting a similar theme, Aquarius, with the intensity that someone is projecting here. If it's not you, I mean, if this is you chilling, doing your thing, I mean, more power to you. But we're just going to keep going. There could be a lot of things that just pop back in. A lot of things, people, situations. Let's go in on the wheel. Then we'll do a quick recap before we get into the shadow. So why is the Wheel of Fortune here for my Aquarius friends? Again. So we have the Eight of Cups in reverse. This is the lucky bounce, so this is now normally the Eight of Cups in the upright, it's walking away from something. So obviously in reverse under a cyclical card, it's an energy that's looping back around. So again, there's something here about unfinished business, unfinished situation this week. So again, whether it's a bleed over from last week, you're just gonna have to let me know about it. But the Eight of Cups, yeah, it's just very sudden, very quick. And it's like one thing after another where its energy comes back in, then another thing comes. It's like boom, 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 boom. Like these energies keep showing back up. Now, for some Aquariuses, that could be a beautiful thing. Maybe that's what you want. If that's what you want, beautiful. I'm happy. But if this is an energy you're not expecting, right? Like that's what I'm getting here. Like this energy comes in, boom, explosive return. Then this one is also unexpected. It's like, where is all this coming from? I will say this though, I'm a big believer that we're all creator beings, right? We all have the power to create and reflect things from the subconscious mind into the space of reality. Be careful what you're creating in this time. Try your best to watch your thoughts because this energy to me feels like things can materialize very quick. So for some of you that's a good thing, but for others just watch what you're creating. Let's go through and do a quick recap, then we'll get into the shadow. We got a lot of stuff, a lot of intensity here, lots of fire. Position number one, we have the Knight of Wands, Ten of Wands are in reverse. It's zipping, zooming, it's coming, it's going, it's here, it's there. Super, super intense. If you've been feeling low, this is a good thing. It's an incline of energy. Beautiful, super intense. The downside to this is like if you're very busy, 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 and you're all hands on deck doing this, doing that, you need to pace yourself because this energy could absolutely tire itself out. Moving to the middle, we have the Five of Wands, Six of Cups in reverse. I did say it didn't feel super warm and cuddly. It's just very intense, like this overall explosive energy. So whether it's unfinished business or an explosive return, we see it in two places here, especially on the back end. So maybe this is how someone else is feeling. That's very possible. On the back end, we have the wheel with the Eight of Cups in reverse. So again, it's like one thing followed by the next. It's like the explosive and then even the unexpected. It's interesting. So to me, it could be a twist of fate in a good way for some of you, absolutely, because it's like, okay, now luck is on my side. But there's just this big thing here about watching what you create because I see things materializing quickly. So please take a screenshot if you want to look into that further. Let's see what's in the shadows. And yeah, I always like to pull a shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge, they could be a good thing. So let's get you one. And yeah, if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. All right, let's get it going here. One shadow card for my Aquarius friends. Can we get something else aside from the fire? Okay, Ten of Pentacles. Total opposite from the fire. I guess that's pretty good. Now, the Ten of Pentacles is one of the cards that I say is very positive in the shadows normally. Right? The Ten of Pentacles to me is another card of expansion, growth, solid, stable, predictable. Right? So it's the total opposite of all like this fiery energy, things popping back and doing this. The Ten of Pentacles is like routine, day to day, but it is slow growth. It's the big game. So when we look at the shadow side of this card, it's important to keep in perspective not just what's happening right now or what happened yesterday, but thinking further down the line. This is big picture thinking for some reason. So maybe Spirit trying to urge you to get into that frame of mind where it's like, hey, let's look at the big picture here, Aquarius. Ten of Pentacles is great for money, work, career, business. Really like it for that. But the only downside is the fact that it moves slow, right? So it's funny, we have like all this fast moving intense energy in the main part of the spread, then in the shadows it's like, yeah, but why isn't it moving, right? Like, so that's really intriguing to me. So I would watch out for things that go from 0 to 100 very quickly in this time. So Aquarius, that's what I got for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet though. I'm going to give you the details of the August subscriber surprise. If you would like further insight on your situation or you'd like to have a chat with me, you can book a personal session with me on my website, mastermetaphysics.com. The August calendar is up and spots go quick, so you might want to check that out. But for the August subscriber surprise, we're doing another winner's choice. I will choose 3 winners at random to either choose the Dreams of Gaia Tarot, which is an absolutely stunning deck, or one of the custom-made crystal pendants from my website, mastermetaphysics.com. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, and second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the cards that showed up in your reading today, which one intrigued you the most? Which one caught your attention and why? And you put that in the comments, you'll be entered to win. And at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab / post tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.